The perfect heist. The bank was one of the biggest in the city, and it was rumored to hold millions of dollars in cash and valuables. For years, criminals had been eyeing it as a target, but no one had ever been able to pull off the perfect heist. That was until a group of 5 experienced thieves came together to plan the biggest heist in the city's history. They had spent months studying the bank's security systems, mapping out its layout, and gathering intelligence on its guards and employees. Finally, the day of the heist arrived. The team gathered outside the bank, dressed in black and armed with sophisticated equipment. They slipped into the building undetected and quickly got to work, cracking open the safes and filling their bags with cash and jewelry. As they worked, they could hear the sound of alarms blaring and police sirens approaching. But they were confident that they could make their escape before the authorities arrived. But just as they were about to make their escape, one of the team members realized that they had left behind a crucial piece of evidence. They had forgotten to wipe the security footage from the bank's surveillance system. They quickly made their way back to the control room, but it was too late. The police had already arrived and were swarming the building. The team was trapped with no way out. One by one, they were apprehended and arrested. The perfect heist had turned into a complete disaster. As they sat in their jail cells, the team members could only wonder where they had gone wrong. They had planned everything to the last detail, and yet it had all fallen apart. It wasn't until months later that they discovered the truth. One of the team members had been an informant for the police all along, feeding them information about the heist and setting them up for the fall. The team had been betrayed by one of their own, and it had cost them everything. The perfect heist had turned out to be nothing but a perfect storm of betrayal, misfortune, and bad luck. As the truth about the informant came to light, the team members were filled with anger and regret. They had trusted one of their own, and it had cost them their freedom and their reputation. But even as they sat behind bars, they couldn't help but wonder if they could have done anything differently. Was there a way to have avoided the betrayal and pulled off the heist successfully? They spent their days in prison analyzing every detail of the heist, looking for any mistake they had made that could have led to their downfall. And eventually, they came to a realization. They had been so focused on the technical aspects of the heist, a circumflex euros, the security systems, the layout, the equipment, a circumflex euros, that they had overlooked the human factor. They had failed to recognize that a single individual could have the power to bring down their entire operation. They vowed that if they were ever given a second chance, they would never make that mistake again. They would not only master the technical aspects of the heist, but also build a team of trustworthy and loyal individuals who would never betray them. Years went by, and the team members were eventually released from prison, but they didn't go back to their old ways. Instead, they used their experience to become security consultants, helping banks and businesses to fortify their defenses against potential heists. And as they worked, They knew that they had learned the most valuable lesson of all les circumflexures, that the perfect heist was not about technical expertise or sophisticated equipment, but about trust, loyalty, and the power